What's up with it? I'm 1008 Brick. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm checking in with Industry's Most Wanted.
No armed robbery, cause all of my niggas dope dealing, lead a trap, put it in her back, right where she can feel it. She know I'm her favorite drug, give her that dope boy healing. Stand in the trap, no sitting, whipping birds, no pigeon. I don't know nothing about no armed robbery, cause all of my niggas dope dealing, lead a trap, put it in her back, right where she can feel it. She know I'm her favorite drug.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. I heard we got Atlanta in the building. 1008 Brick to be exact. What's going on, family? How you doing?
What's going on?
Give me some love, man. Boom. We got a superstar checking in. He can sing, he can act, he can rap, and probably some more, but we're going to figure all that out. Introduce yourself.
What's up, man? I'm 1008 Brick. Like she said, I'm from Atlanta. Well, I was born in Tennessee, but Atlanta definitely raised me. Man, you know, just your regular guy, you asked me.
Listen, he being humble right now. We about to pop his ish real quick. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, originally from Tennessee. What part?
Jackson. I was born in Jackson. Brought home to Dyersburg. It's like a little. I mean, it's some places where I don't understand why people move to. It ain't nothing there.
Listen, I'm definitely familiar with Jackson, Tennessee, because I had a co-host on my show for a while, still a good friend of mine from Jackson, not too far from Memphis. His name is Dorilla. He's a music artist as well, but he's out here now. Yeah.
I think
possibly, because it's not that big of a city, right?
It's so not, but like I said, I mean, I go home a lot. Like, I'm still tapped in with Tennessee, but like I said, Atlanta, it raised me. This
is home for you.
Yeah.
So your family decided to move out here.
My mama.
Your mom did. Okay, shout out to Mom Dukes. Working hard.
Definitely.
Multiple jobs, you know.
A few.
Just really to raise you. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I got an older brother, and I got a lot of siblings. My daddy got 6 kids. My mama got 3.
Okay.
So I got some siblings.
Where do you fall at? Kind of in the middle?
Of every single. Well, nope. Take that back. Cause my daddy, like I said, he had 6. He just had 2 little girls. So they, I'm like the second. I'm his second oldest, and then on my mama's side, on the middle.
Okay. Definitely. Well, we got to go through your journey. It's important that people understand where you came from.
Yeah.
How long did you reside in Tennessee? Until about what age?
About 10.
Okay. So let's take it through 0 to 10 years old. What were you like? What were you into?
From 0 to 10. Ooh. All right. So for a while, you know, so I come from like it's either you're drug dealing or you're doing the drug.
Yeah.
So on both sides, you know what I'm saying, my mama and my pops, you know what I'm saying, they got their charges they got, you know what I'm saying. So for a while, I was like the hood rich boy kid, you know what I'm saying. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I didn't really know what was going on. I was really like that spoiled.
Yeah.
Who was in the hood though. But you know what I'm saying, so I really didn't have nothing crazy going on until my pops went to the feds. And then, you know, my mama took over.
Yeah.
She moved us from the little country town to like a hood country town where I was originally brought home from the hospital called Westgate's Apartments. Okay. It's like the projects. So, but we ended up moving to where my granny and them stayed at in Alamo, Craig County. In between Jackson and Dyersburg. Okay. Alamo sits right in between them. So, yeah, when Pops went to the feds, she moved us to Dyersburg, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, my older brother, he got into some stuff, and me, I was starting to follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
And it was something that happened. I can't really pinpoint what happened, but almost like we got to leave. And it was like, she told me on like July, hey, we moving. In August, I was literally in a whole new city.
Wow.
Like, what? And, you know, from what I know, I just took from what I had going on with my older brother, all the stuff he was showing me what we was doing. I just brought it here and just made this my own. Yeah. That's really how that went.
Mom Dukes knew it was time for a change. Yeah. Women have that intuition. Yeah. And she's like mama bear taking care of her babies. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we have to do that, especially like you said, you know, your pops got incarcerated. Were you and him very close before he was incarcerated?
Yeah, that was like my favorite person. Yeah. So when he got incarcerated, it was like it shifted like me, because you know that father figure. Like I'm gonna be a true testament to when they say you need a father figure.
Yes.
In the house at all times.
I agree.
Because when mine left, so did my sense and everything else. So it was like I went and did going somewhere my older brother was doing, whatever I seen my mom and her boyfriend was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of tapped into that lifestyle.
Yes.
But yeah, that's like my favorite person in Missouri. Like, that's my guy. He out now. He home now.
Listen, I know that's right. Most definitely, that's a blessing. So with him leaving, it drastically changed your life.
Yeah. Then Mama moved me to a different state.
Yeah.
And then he came home. You know what I'm saying? Like as a matter of fact, he had just came home, and she moved to a different state. So it was kind of like I didn't even get to kick it with Pops. You know? He just came home. So him being 6 hours away, you know. When you come home from the feds, you just don't come home.
Right.
It's a halfway house. Then it's, you know what I'm saying, you can't leave out certain these perimeters. And then next time, okay, you can go far, but you can't go past the Tennessee River.
Yep.
And then it's, okay, now you can leave the state. But by that time, you was able to leave the state. I'm sophomore, junior in high school.
You grown now.
I'm off the porch now.
Yeah.
At that point, because he ain't like he finna take no 6 hour drive uphill to do anything. Took me for what he's gonna call and do the threats over the phone.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna come home for this Christmas then. If you're talking like that, I'm cool. So it was really nothing too much he could do, especially having them people on him all the time. So
does he still live in Tennessee now?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you get up there often?
I really don't like going back home. I go home for my granny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's really it.
Grannies are so special, aren't they?
Yeah, granny's so special. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really go home for no other reason. Like, it's my last time I see my pops, he came here because we had a family reunion here.
Yeah.
On his side of the family. They came. But nah.
Is your grandmother, is it your mom's mom or your dad? Your mom's?
Yeah, I don't really too much mess with my dad's side like that.
Understood. Say no more. What city does your grandmother live in?
Alamo. She's in
Alamo.
Yeah,
she said, I'm not going nowhere.
When we moved on her land. Like, she got a little piece of land.
That's
in the
beautiful.
country.
I love it.
So my granny stayed right here. We stayed literally right next door on the land.
I love
in
it.
the trailer. So it was like, as a kid, life was lit when we stayed right there. Had granny over there, granddaddy right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, good cooking, good eating.
I know that's right. That's where some of our best childhood memories come from, is I think spending time with the grandparents. I know mine for sure. I think I told you out there, my grandmother just turned 100 years old. Yeah. She's still here kicking it, doing her thing, right? Imagine what she's seen in 100 years. That's going to be us.
I think my granny 82 now.
Bless her heart. Yeah. Bless her heart. That is amazing. Right, doing her thing, definitely. So when did music come into play for you? Like when you first started doing, not even necessarily on a professional level, but just started dibbling dabbling with music?
Dibbling dabbling with music. That came, I'm going to say senior year in high school.
Okay.
No, about junior, senior. So it first started with, we had a little clique called Bird Gang in high school. So I was the only one that could really sing, and everybody else was rapping. And we were my boy Greg G Lee, shout out to G Lee. He his mama bought him a little studio equipment and bought him a book with all the words that rhymes. So we like, bro, we gonna put this to use. So started recording little songs here and there. It was cool. You know, we're number like 16. So
what were you talking about in your music at that time?
I can. Long days, early nights, out here trying to make a way. Fuck what you're saying and fuck how you feel. It's an easy conversation when you're trying to live life. Haters only talk down when you're trying to do right. It's a battlefield. I
love it.
I was just doing, and that was the very first song ever.
You're one of the probably very, very, very few artists that was able to recite their first song. Like, there's a lot that I'll ask, and they're like, I don't even remember it. You know, I probably wouldn't either. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds like it meant something to you.
I mean, it was like I always had this thing of, what am I going to do to get out of this life situation I'm in? It's like, what? So it's like, I ain't tried too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? I only tried this, that, or this. Like, so that was like a reason why I probably remember that so much is because one of the dudes came on the bus one day, and he wasn't even there when we was recording the song. I guess he had heard it. Yeah. And he got on the bus and he was like, long days, early nights. And I'm like, hey, you funny. I was like, G Lee must play it, but he was like, bro, right. I'm like, I appreciate you. But we never just, if I knew what I knew now, I would have kept, you know what I'm saying, kept going. But I was indulging in some whole other stuff. I was trying, I didn't touch another mic I tried to touch the mic again when my older brother tried to do it in the room. We had like this little studio set up in the room, a 2-bedroom apartment. Shout out to my homie Tim. He would come over and we made a song called like Shopping Spree or something. And it was, I've tried like just messing around, but like I said, I was so indulged in the other stuff. I ain't never just really sat down and like, I'm gonna be an artist.
It's a natural gift for you though. It's a you can sing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can rap. So, but it's like your style is more like harmonizing kind of, and I love that.
I don't listen to rap too much. Yeah, believe it or not, I don't listen to rap.
I'll keep it G with you. Like when I heard the song, versus not saying your image, but I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that, and it was a major like, wow, what a pleasant surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a really good voice. I even said it when you was over there performing. Like I can hear your voice just naturally. You don't need all the extra auto tunes and stuff. Maybe a little bit here and there, but you have a gift.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And you're pursuing your passion now.
Yeah.
So since about 2019, we'll say, is when you kind of like really started taking the business seriously, getting everything in order, or was it?
Yeah, like that was when I started. Well, really, because when I got with Alex, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to OYL, the camp, the gang, the guys. He was like, Brick, what you doing? Because I was getting lock-ins in his studio. You know what I'm saying? I was just recording. I really wasn't releasing nothing. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Because I started taking advice, which I should have really learned. You know what I'm saying? What Drake said in his song, taking no advice was the best advice.
Yes.
Because me taking a lot of people's advice, I felt like it set me back. It's like I was just working. Like, okay, bro, you working, but what you working towards is like you just working in the same place.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They kept saying, oh, get in the studio, bro. You got to stay in the studio. You got to stay in the studio. And I realized, bro, the studio was only 5% of the work.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. It's only 5%. So I was like, all right, I got to do something else. OG, man, what you got going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We would have conversations about signing with him. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a management thing going on. He can, you know what I'm saying? He do this, he do that, but we ain't never really just punt on it until I was like, you know what? I gotta do something different. So got with Alex. I was like, well, this is what we gonna do. And he was like, get all that other music you got that you want to drop out the way, because when we starting this shit from scratch, from the ground.
Man, really artist development.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex, man. For real. We've known each other for a long time. Always on the up and up, good business. So you definitely have good representation, good management.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's important in an artist's career because like you said, everybody tries to be in your ear. Everybody. And if we listen to everybody, like you said, we're going to be running around like a chicken with our head cut off. Same thing with social media. Like, for example, I follow like a lot of fitness influencers because I'm on my fitness journey. Some of them will say, well, do this, but the other one will say, no, don't do that. It's like if we listen to everybody, we won't know what to do. Yeah. We really have to figure out what works for us. And that's what you've been on, is your journey to finding out what really works for Brick.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's still a blueprint out there that we follow.
Yeah, and, you know, it's always that 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always a step. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nobody really jumps. You got some people that's blessed that jumps from 1 to 30 automatically.
Exactly. But it's rare.
But when you building it from, you know what I'm saying, from the ground up, literally, you're building it from
brick by brick.
By brick.
No
by
pun
brick,
intended.
Ground by ground. You're putting everything together, and that's a way solid foundation.
It's not going to crumble.
That's core fans.
Yes.
That's people who, you know what I'm saying, them people that only have 200-300 followers on their Instagram and don't really engage into the work, but they're listening to you.
Yes.
Them are the people that really matter.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping.
I know that's right. This is your journey. We cannot compare it to anybody else. Nope. Everybody's journey is different. Totally. What are you enjoying the most about your journey in this music industry?
Like this.
Yeah.
This right here. Like I always wanted to, be on podcasts, and I used to act and model. So I like being on TV and stuff. So
you look good on camera. Oh, thank you. Let's talk about that a little bit because you've had some lead roles in some films. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How long have you been acting?
All right, so I was I don't act anymore. I took a step back. I've been taking a step back for like maybe 2 years now, 3 years now. No, I say 5. What? 4 years. I ain't been on the camera in about 4 or 5 years. It's 24 now. 2019 is probably the last time I've been on the camera. I graduated 2013. 2014, 2015 is when I went to International Performing Arts Academy, based in Atlanta. Such a scam. Just want to put that out there for everybody who's thinking about going, bro. I've been holding my tongue for long enough. I think it's been well long enough. It's been over almost 10 years. I can talk now. It's a scam. John Casablanca, I was enrolled in y'all too. It's a scam. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying the acting world is not a scam, but you know what I'm saying, the music industry is a scam too.
Of course, absolutely.
But know what you're doing, where you're going, and who you're getting ready
and who you're dealing with. Yes,
definitely. Just because they got a big name don't mean they that.
Sometimes they're the worst ones.
But you know what I'm saying, other than that, yeah, I went to them 2 schools, and I'm wrong, I can learn a lot. I met great people there.
Yeah,
great people.
You pulled something positive out of it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Landed me with Classic Talent Agencies. That was one of my agencies that I was with. That's what got me on Fatal Attraction, lead role on one of those episodes. It got me on a few other things too. They were like side roles, but the main one is the independent films. Like one out right now, A Brother's Unseen Tears. That's out on Amazon.
Nice.
And then Me and Pray 2. That's out on what it is?
Tubi. Yeah.
Tubi. Yep, it's out on Tubi.
Yeah.
So, you know, got a couple things.
Doing your thizzle, man.
But I stepped back from it because it was like I just needed a breather.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes things can become overwhelming. We're human beings, so it's like we oftentimes try to put too much on our plate because we want to be successful. We want to be active. Yeah. But sometimes we can overflow it a little bit. Do you think you'll get back into acting?
Definitely. I was sitting down talking to the lady the other day. I was like, hey, I need to go take some more headshots.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go ahead and get back into it.
Yeah.
Man, at the end of the day, that's fun. Like, that's... Music just, you know, just get through it. But with that acting, oh yeah, that acting it's fun too.
That's
you get to
something.
Step out of your life and be somebody different.
Right, you can portray a whole nother character. Yeah. Are you open to, within reason, any type of role?
Not any type of role.
Within reason.
Within reason.
Within reason. Like, you're not going to be on no weirdo stuff.
I'm doing none of that. Yeah. But I'd take a role, any role.
So you would play a villain. Yeah. You would play the good guy.
I've played the villain and I played the good guy.
Okay, so you've done a little bit of both.
I killed my girlfriend on the episode. I hit her body in the trunk.
That's some first 48 stuff right there. It definitely is. No, that is dope because you get to really transform into that character. Yeah. With the films that you've done, have they been 100% scripted or was any of it improv?
For the most part, the one that's on TV One and stuff like that, those were definitely scripted.
Yeah.
I did a movie. It was an independent film, Stealth. That was more improv. Yeah. The whole thing, basically.
Did you enjoy that more, or do you prefer when it's scripted? Improv?
Yeah, improv.
That's what I think I would, too, because you can kind of be yourself a little bit.
All my scenes was like, even people who came and watched it, they was like, bro, all your scenes is organic. He was like, I'm like, I didn't have a script.
Exactly.
He was like, oh, that's lit. So I like that better.
Yes.
Because all I got to do is get the mood and what's going on in the scene and the vibe, and I can carry the conversation.
Right.
No problem. But yeah, for the most part, that was the most. All the rest of them been scripted.
I think it takes a long time and a lot of skill set to get a scripted film down to where it looks organic.
Yeah, and that's like, and believe it or not, a lot of people that's reading lines, those you see in the show, those ain't the lines.
Exactly.
That they originally.
I'm pretty sure Denzel is not reading his script verbatim. He's putting Denzel into it.
Yeah, and it's like you have to do that because they just want you. They just creating a tone.
Here's the gist of it.
Yeah, here's the gist. Do you feel me? That's why people be like, oh, why I love acting so much was because, like, you don't see, it ain't what you see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like not like really what you hear. It's about the feeling you get and the vibe that person get. Because, like I say, this person probably can't act in this role better than this person can, but this person looks this type of way, but he doesn't say this, but he fits this perfect over here, and it's lit.
It happens. I had, shout out to Trey Chaney. I had him recently here. He was like he was Poot on The Wire back in the day, and he's done a lot of films since then. And he was saying the same thing. There were times, like he was on BMF recently, and he talked about how he may have been casted for one role, but they found that he fit something else a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And that could possibly happen last minute on set. You got to be open to that last minute change.
You have to.
Definitely. So film is going to be back sometime in the near future?
Yeah, I'm going to say about the end of the year.
Okay.
I got this trip to Thailand, so I'm going to come back from Thailand.
Oh, congratulations. First. Okay, you're doing your thing. Do you think you want to get more into like a series, something like a BMF or I wish Snowfall would have continued. That was one of my favorite series. Or do you want to do like full-length movies? Or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think which one would I like more. I don't like them both. They could do both.
Absolutely. I love series like the one that I've been watching now. It's in between. I didn't honestly think I was going to like it until I started watching it. Is Bel Air. I'm completely hooked on it. You know what I'm saying? I love that show. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of a spinoff, obviously, of The Fresh Prince, but it's very modernized per se.
That's what I like about it.
Me too.
That's
Me too.
That's and they keeping what's going on today relevant.
Right. Exactly. Most definitely. So I could see you landing like a lead role on one of them series. Like, did you watch Snowfall?
I loved Snowfall.
Man, Franklin, we love you. You know what I'm saying? I could see you in a role like that.
Like that whole story, when that came out, that Snowfall was coming out, and I'm realizing who it was about.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Freeway Ricky Ross story.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was crazy when he had Twitter and all that. He was following me. We actually answered DMs and things like that. I'm like, man, this is crazy, because I was big on, like, growing up on all the drug lords.
Yeah.
Like, I was super big on them. I could tell you a background story of them. All of them. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely one of them.
Shout out to him too. Gosh, probably about, I want to say 10 years ago, I hosted a book signing event that he did near downtown. It was at GME Lounge, and he's completely transferred and transitioned his life around. He's writing books and doing things, you know, and to me, those are the people that are inspirational, because they show you can come up out of that lifestyle.
Yeah, because boy, he did a lot of time.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Definitely, 100%. Going back onto the music side, I know that you have a current single called Dope Boy Healing.
Yes.
People can make their own assumption off the title. However,
you won't know until you listen to it.
Kind of break it down for us. What does that record mean to you?
Okay, so when people think like dope boys, what they thinking? You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing.
Yeah.
They thinking it's always just like violence. Right? Don't get me wrong, it's in there, but
of course, yeah.
It ain't, man. Trappers love R&B.
Yeah.
Trappers like going to work and coming straight home to their lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trappers believe in taking care of their kids too.
Absolutely.
You know, everything ain't just, you know.
The media gives them a very bad rap.
Yeah. And
I can co-sign with you, because I'll be honest, I have a lot of artists that come sit down with me who are still in the streets, but they're not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they don't get caught up in a bad situation.
You feel me?
You know? So stop letting the media dictate.
Yeah, like, it's because it's just a means way of getting money. I mean, it ain't the legal. It does come with other things that could happen.
Of course.
Because of you being in that lifestyle.
Of course.
I mean, I just wake up every day, I'm finna go carry a gun, go shoot, bang, bang.
Exactly. It's not like that. I think that comes more from mental illness. And that could happen to anybody. It could be somebody working a 9 to 5.
And them boys on them drugs.
And them what?
It's different from a drug dealer and a nigga on drugs.
On a junkie, yeah.
It's two different things.
Because them J's, boy, you go downtown, they gonna break in your car.
You feel me? And then the thing about it is, just because he wear all that designer don't mean he ain't no junkie either.
No, that is facts.
He might be the one serving you. He the junkie too, but he gonna make a junkie decision when the junkie decision timing comes. Like, he not gonna think right. He gonna you know what I'm saying? Trick himself into a cell because he was off them drugs.
Absolutely. And anybody who's battling with drug addiction, mental illness,
kick it.
Get help, man.
Kick it.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. People go through stuff.
I'm gonna tell you now, I was addicted to cocaine at the age of 16, 15, 16. Yeah, I was. That's why I said early when Pops was trying to, I'm already gone. But all the way till I was 20, let me see, 29. It's going on 5 years. All the way till I was about 24.
Yeah.
25. I kicked out. I had to.
Let's talk about that for just a minute, because I think it's important, because you have a voice. Mm-hmm. You have to be somewhat vulnerable, because you can be influential to people who are younger than you, even though you're still young yourself.
Yeah.
How did you kick that? Like, what did you do?
I met a lady, right? And the lady was like, you know, you have this going on, you got that going on. You got so much drive, so much just passion with the things you do. You have like a lane where you can do it. You got a lot of stuff going for you. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If you was to OD today, you know what I'm saying? What would you be missing out on? What you ain't had? Who would miss you? What you got going on? And I want people like, I got a conscience and I got a heart.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't just no ruthless dude.
Yeah.
Like, something. Like, man, whatever. I ain't hearing that. So then one day I was fucking around and chest hurt.
No.
Hurt real bad. I was like, ooh. And it was like, it had been like 2 days, maybe 3 days later. Boom. I'm like, ooh. I said, that hurt. Chill out. So I get up, you know what I'm saying? I walk into the bathroom. And come again. Boom. Like somebody sitting on my chest.
Oh my God.
I was like, ooh. So, you know, we go. I'm not finna go to no hospital, because that ain't just what I'm finna do. We finna go right here. I ain't checking in. I ain't doing none of that. That's embarrassing to me. Like, what? You ain't doing the drug doing you at that point.
Yeah,
you know
understood.
So I'm like, man, nah, I'm going to the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom, cold water, tub. I get in it, lay in it, and I'm sitting there. The whole time I'm sitting there, like, it keep coming and going. I'm like, man, am I finna die?
Right, like, am I having a heart attack? What's going on?
I think it was just mild, but I ain't never gonna get that checked out. But, and I sat there and I ended up falling asleep in the ice bucket, because I had to calm down, came down, fell asleep. And when I woke up, slipping in the water. Slipping in the water. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you don't want to drown.
And it scared me, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm really thinking, like, you know, you get in the mirror now, you done sold up a little bit, so you seem like, man, I ain't trying to die for this shit. Like, I ain't really not. And I'm like,
too young.
I'm like, man. I said, I'm finna kick it. I said, I'm done. I'm like, I wasn't done that day. But literally, that next day, and until now, no more. Because I said, I'm going to knock this bag on off real quick. Get this on out the way.
Yeah, might as well use up what I got left, you know. I get it.
But I said, no more. And that was really no more.
Man, that's something to be so proud of right there.
Yeah.
That's something very, very, I'm proud of you, because like that can become something that's difficult to kick, because we all get addicted to something. You know what I'm saying? Now your addiction has turned over to the entertainment industry, the music, the acting, in the gym.
That's my main thing.
One of the most important things we can do in life is hit them weights, man.
Go to that gym. You get 45 minutes in. 30 minutes. That's all you need, I promise.
Don't wait till you get to my age to start. Like, start young, because my thing is, I don't want to be 80 and have no muscle mass and I'm frail and bones are breaking and stuff. That's what happens because people don't work out. I'm in the gym 4 days a week now.
On 5.
You know, I'm working my way towards it.
About 2-3 hours a day. You got to get it in.
I can tell you look like you're in phenomenal shape. What does your diet look like? What are you eating? So
right now, that's a good question, because I just calmed all that, because I was bulking at one point. Like I went from 135 to now 185. Get pushing 190. First it was whatever. Yeah. I say whatever. Other than sweets and chocolate and all that, but burger, fries, grabbing it. Wings, fries, grabbing
fried
it.
Foods and stuff.
Grabbing it. Whatever, so I can put it. Because, you know, coming off all the drugs and all that.
Yeah.
And just because I kick that, it was other stuff that was coming in the midst, though. It's like, so trying to kick all of that and then put the right stuff back in your body. I need to put some fat in my body first, though. I ain't nothing but skinny bone. You know
You're right.
So I would eat whatever. Now, once I had got up to, actually I touched 191. And I was like, okay, I look good. Like, I ain't gonna look good. But it was hard for me to run up and down the court. I was like, okay. So I stopped all the fatty, all the carbs and all of that. Now, I don't even eat bread sometimes. I just have the burger by itself, just the patty.
Yes.
Chicken. I'm allergic to certain seafood, so I only eat shrimp.
Like shellfish? Oh, no, you can eat
shrimp. Oysters and stuff. But all the other fish, I leave it alone. Rice. A lot of greens, vegetables, a lot of vegetables. Yeah. Watermelon. I don't drink no sodas. I don't do none of that. It's only straight water. Yeah, man. No protein shakes. I be trying to leave them protein shakes.
Get your protein through your food.
Through your food.
Through your food.
Them protein shakes, they got, it says right there on that big thing, carbs.
Right.
Like,
and those could be your worst enemy, especially if you're doing them later in the day after you've already done your workout. If you need to consume it for whatever reason, do it early in the day.
Put that in your breakfast.
In your breakfast, like
no more.
I'll eat oatmeal, which has carbs in it, but it's also loaded with fiber. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've had to switch in my diet as I've aged, is I wasn't getting enough fiber in my diet, and my digestive system started acting up because of it, and I didn't like that feeling. So I was like, okay, I got to switch some things up. Sounds like you and I have a pretty similar. I don't eat red meat though, and I don't do dairy.
I can't get away from that steak. And then, like I said, I ain't the perfect nothing. So
of course.
Chitlins still my thing. So
listen,
don't eat them chitlins.
I only honestly stopped eating it because every time I was eating red meat, whether it was like the leanest red meat or the fatty stuff, it was upsetting my stomach. And my digestive system just was not processing it anymore. So I said, well, you know what? Why continue to do it? Same thing with dairy. Yeah, it's like there's other alternatives. You know what I'm saying? I eat salmon. I love some shrimp. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat a ton of that because they're very high in cholesterol. But I will still eat. I love me some shrimp, and you know, chicken, of course. You know, chicken breast and stuff like that. So you know, it comes back to figuring out what works for us.
Facts.
Everybody's different.
Like I said, I got a high metabolism, so I have to eat at least like 4 to 5 times a day.
Yeah, especially
I haven't eaten nothing today because.
Are you fasting?
Nah, because I'm bulky, trying to shred it a little bit.
Understood.
So if I can start eating later in the day, you know what I'm saying? Because I be up to like 2, 3 in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
So if I eat later in the day, I can cut back. I can make sure I'm cutting back on the carbs.
Right.
Make sure I am.
Absolutely.
And because with breakfast meals, it seems like that's all it is carbs.
Carbs, yeah.
So I'm really trying to cut it all the way out.
Yes.
So,
listen, my uncle was doing like, you know, the keto. He lost almost too much weight because he was exercising, but he wasn't really on the weights.
I ain't really trying to lose no weight. I'm just trying to cut back some of that the fat that's on it. Because, you know what I'm saying, now that I'm back running up and down the court, like I said, I done cut it down to like 185. So I can run up and down the court now.
You got that endurance there.
Yeah, so I'm good now. I just want to get the rest of it down so I can get it all back in protein and all back in muscle weight.
Absolutely. And it feels good too, because a lot of that not only is for our physical, but it's for our mental as well.
I'll tell you, if you look good, you're going to think even better.
Man, absolutely. Perception is everything. And sadly, the way reality is, people perceive you differently. If you walk in a room and you're 500 pounds versus you walk in and you're 185 and your tone and, you know, put together, like, you could be the same person, but just
people definitely going to look at you different.
People perceive you different. That's just the way life is, most definitely. Switching gears a little bit, I know that you got to perform at Loud on 7th.
Yeah.
So you got to know who H is.
I do know who H is.
Listen, H is my brother from another. He calls me Moms. I'm like his industry mom, you know, because we've been working together for a long, long, long time. What was that experience like for you?
Man, H take care of you. That's one thing I'm going to say. Shout out to H. Man, he brought me first time in Tampa. He was like, yo, Britt, you're going to be up here performing at Peckerheads. You're going to headline it. I'm like, I didn't think much of it. Get down there. He got the whole shit laid out. It's lit. So the artists go, we turn up. He's like, hey, we gonna hit the club out there. I'm like, I hit the club. We go hit, well, I guess it was Sky. Yeah,
Club Sky.
It was something nice, lit,
yeah,
decent. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, you know, it ain't the Atlanta club, but it was it's more packed and more actually in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like the Atlanta vibe. It was more of a, you know, Atlanta ain't nobody standing around, standing up. Everybody got a section put up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was people on the floor. Like, people was dancing.
Dancing and
like,
stuff.
It was
That's a Tampa vibe for sure.
definitely some Florida shit for sure.
Yeah.
So we get there, he, you know what I'm saying, put me up at the top. He's like, man, section right here, man, cool. Bottle gonna come. All right, so what you need on it? I need nothing. No. Bet. All right. So another artist, a big Tampa artist dude come in. I can't call his name, but he like, you know, he had the club rocking.
Yeah.
He introduced me. You know what I'm saying? Politicking, networking. I'm like, okay, H, yeah. H know how to handle the business.
Yes.
And so my first experience down there then, yeah, that was lit. Like I'm going back again this year. But yeah, I like it.
H is a good dude. Like he actually just did he does the Cypher. And he's been doing it, gosh, I want to say like 17 years now he's been doing it maybe. He just did his last one. Like, I guess that's a wrap for him. He's still going to be doing the Loud on 7th. But listen, doing showcases and open mics for that many years, I did it for about maybe 8 years. And now I only do it once a quarter. I do showcases with Bigga. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I was doing them every week for a while. And I'm like, I don't know how.
Just a performer, and it's a lot.
Yes.
Just seeing what they got going on, the hosts and this and that, I'm like, what? Sound checks, all of that.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot to put together. I know that you also did some shows at South by Southwest.
Yeah, I did a few of them.
So let's talk about that and keep it G. What was your experience like as an artist going to South by Southwest? Because I hear mixed stuff.
It's all about what you make it.
Yeah.
It's all about what you make of it. Like, if you gonna come down there and you try to campaign, you need to be having your campaign together. If you're just coming out there to see what it's like, that's what you're just gonna do. You're just gonna see what it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I would go back, but not right now.
Yeah.
Like later on in my career, I'll go back to South by Southwest. I see what it's like. I see what you need to do. I see what you gotta, how you gotta come. First time I went, cool, came crazy. Second time I came down there, okay, it came a little bit better. Ooh. But
I think that you're right. The first and maybe first or even second time you go, it should just be for that reason only, to see, okay, is this something that I want to put my all into and come back next year
and go crazy
with it? Or I'm like, you know, because I get very mixed. I've never been personally, so I can't speak on it. But based upon the artists I've talked to, some of them say, oh, it's the best thing in the world. Another one's like, man, I waited 8 hours to perform and it was 3 a.m, you know?
Oh, yeah, see, yeah, I don't know about that end. Them people had to deal with that. That waiting to perform.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask me to come on your stage, I need to have a set time.
No, that is facts. If they're inviting you, yes.
My set time ain't where you got, like I said, like I was here for my interview on time, prompt, because I know people's time is valuable. Like, my time is valuable too.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm supposed to be on set at 3:15, you got to 3:30, 3:45.
You got a grace period, exactly, a little bit, but
I'm out the door.
Not waiting hours, absolutely, because like you said, people's time is valuable.
It ain't like I called you, like, hey man, let me get on your stage, man. Let me shoot you some paper to get on your stage, man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing.
Absolutely. So with all that being said, do you see yourself going back again?
Yeah, later in the future. Like, maybe not this year. I mean, well, next year. Just for the simple fact that, I mean, well, hey, listen. A lot can change from tomorrow. Things can change. So
absolutely.
I can't say, but right now, where I'm at now, I probably wouldn't. Just because what I want to have put together for next time when I do go.
Yes.
I want it to be a whole,
Absolutely. You want to make a major statement there.
Yeah.
You know, like not just another artist at South by Southwest. You want to stand out. We ain't trying to fit in.
No, not at all.
Have your street promo.
Everything.
The whole team with you.
Boom boxes.
Stuff like that makes a big impact. Definitely. I know you've got singles out there. Are you at all working on an album or an entire project?
I like dropping singles, man. Yeah. You know, project come. People want project, but no, I like singles because, you know, I feel like singles keep people more in tune with what's going on.
I agree.
And then drop until something's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You keep throwing stuff out there, eventually something's going to stick. Something's going to stick. How often are you dropping new music?
Yeah, I'll take my time with it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're just dealing with demographics. You know, I'm looking at when we released this song, and where is it doing? Where is it? You know what I'm saying? Who listening to it? What reasons? How that song is doing, and how good is it doing in these places? Then we'll double back, and we'll know when it's time to release this single. We'll push it more to these areas that single did good at.
Yeah.
And we'll try to find a way to get these other places here on this single that we already have released. So when we finally spin this one around, they'll get catch found out. So it's just a lot of strategic things going on.
So you're checking like your Spotify analytics and stuff like that to see who's tuning in from where to what songs?
Yeah. Spotify, the Apple Music,
yeah.
Title for Artists, everything. We check. There's some other thing that Alex and the label in them, because I got a distribution deal through EQ,
okay,
and Def Jam. So they own little whatever they got. They keeping track of that too. So where they pushing and how they playing it, you know.
Strategic.
Have
you tapped into getting Dolby Atmos on any of your songs?
The who?
It's called Dolby Atmos. It's like a mix and master, right, Jay Fresh? It's like spatial. So you literally, you know, like if you go to the movie theater and you might hear like a helicopter coming from over here and a gun shooting from over here. Yeah. It's the same concept they do with your songs. And that's what's helping some of these independent artists chart on iTunes, is because they got that Dolby Atmos. It takes your music to the next level. Sound wise. There's only one Dolby Atmos certified studio in Atlanta, which is Soul Asylum. It's like 10 minutes up the road. Shout out to Capone. He's the owner over there. I'm gonna have to make sure I introduce you to him. At least one of your songs get the Dolby Atmos, and it's gonna go crazy, because Apple, they are going to get to the point where you can't land on any of their playlists unless you have Dolby Atmos on your song, because it's the best quality out there. So. We'll introduce you to the guys over there at Soul Asylum. Where are you recording at?
OIL Studios.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At the camp. Alex got a cold compound.
I haven't been there yet.
I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to go nowhere. We got a chef pull up, chef cook.
I know that's right.
I go there and record. Ain't no need to go nowhere.
Nah, facts. Absolutely. That is dope, man. Anything else you got coming up in the works that we didn't touch on, you know, besides promoting the single? Anything else that people need to be on game with?
Oh, man, just go stream that single, Dope Boy Healing, right now. We got some things coming up. Got something for the ladies coming up. Okay. For the clubs. You know, we're in Atlanta, strip club capital. Mecca, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So got something for the clubs coming. You know, I know I used to be doing my melodics, you know what I'm saying, but I'm rapping on this one.
I love that. I love that you're versatile, because now you got something for everybody. That's what makes you a bigger artist and makes you go more mainstream, if that's the goal, is by having a variety of music. Recording country.
See, don't be baby asking me, you dropping the country? You talked about it. I'm recording country. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning the gist, you know what I'm saying, the ins and outs of the twang. But yeah, pop music. Yeah. I'm finna get into everything. Like you said, when you sing the song, then when you sing me, it didn't match up. It was like, that's gonna be like that all the way around.
But that's that element of surprise. Like, to me, that will draw someone in to be a bigger fan of yours, because some artists stereotypically look like they're a rapper, and then that's what they do. They're a trap rapper. I don't feel that you look like a trap rapper. You know what I'm saying? You look like, I would see you more in your acting bag. You know what I'm saying? When you did your song, your performance, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that at all. It was just super dope. You have a very nice voice.
Thank you.
Did you ever sing in the church? Was that ever a thing for you?
Nah. So, no, you don't share this, because I ain't never really had not two words with that lady. But NDRE is my cousin. Through our aunt Gertrude, on my mama's side.
Yeah.
Jerry Warren, that's my uncle. He is my uncle. You don't like, he's my uncle. And he was with Motown doing gospel, and they had like this little tour thing where the whole, like, gospel was weird. Like, you know, they have like 30 people that travel on the road with them, because they part of the choir and all this. And my mom used to be in the little choir thing at one point. And I remember them going on the road like once, maybe twice, something like that. So I would say music just how it has been in, but like I said, I've been an R&B fanatic since I was little.
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton, one of my favorite artists.
Man, what you know about Anthony?
That's like, Tyrese Gibson was like my idol when I was a little boy, because, you know, being the dark-skinned chocolate boy growing up in the world, you got picked on. You didn't have nobody to look up forward to, but everybody loved Tyrese.
Man, so shout out to baby boy.
Be like that, you know what I'm saying? He's singing and he doing everything else. So, but I was just in love with R&B. So singing and just doing that was just, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think I taught myself how to sing.
Well, you did a good job. You got a nice voice.
Oh, thank you.
For sure. I know I told you that 100 times already, but I just like to, you know, pay homage and give, you know, just due where it's deserved. Yeah. A lot of people don't do that.
They don't.
And to me, that drives motivation right there. You know, I didn't meet you before today. This is our first time encountering each other. It don't do me no good to lie to you. I'm going to keep it G with you. I'm that type of person. I'm very transparent. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing.
I definitely will.
Absolutely. Where can people follow you on your socials?
IG, Twitter, Facebook is all the same. 1008 Brick. Nothing crazy. Nothing extra.
Do the numbers have a significance?
You know, brick. It's all stand for the same thing.
Understood. Okay, say no more.
Solid. Brick. 1,008 grams is a kilo. What they call a kilo. They call a kilo of brick. Brick is solid. Brick is actually dope.
Nah, that is big facts. And you dope.
Dope. Brick, however you want it. Solid, built to last.
I love it. You put a lot of thought into that.
A lot.
That's hard, man. I know you've mentioned a few people throughout our conversation. Anybody you want to give thanks to or shout out to?
Man, I want to thank, like I said, OYL the camp, and shout out to my cameraman for coming with me everywhere.
Yes.
And catching everything I need. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank Count Doe, big bro. You know what I'm saying? That's one who really put me through the artist development. It's like, Rick, we finna sit. I did my first 24-hour lock-in with him.
Man.
He was like, he gonna get me right. Shout out to him. He going crazy with the Ride 49 Lil Wayne songs and all that, man. Shout out to Doe. Oh, man. And shout out to Mystic for having me here. You know.
My pleasure, man.
You.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Bam. Shout out to yourself for being so dope.
Thank you.
Straight like that. I got one last question for you, though.
What's up?
We live.
Industries.
Big industry's most wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
I'm industry's most wanted because, you know, I'm that, as you said, element of surprise.
Yeah.
I'm always the cool, laid back one. Everybody want to know what I got going on. Everybody want to know what I'm thinking. Everybody just want to know. So that's what makes me the industry's most wanted.
I love it.
Want to know.
Period.
I don't give them nothing.
Straight like that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate your energy. Shout out to your camera guy, too, for coming through. We had a great conversation. We up out of here, y'all.
No sitting, whipping birds, no pigeon. I don't know nothing about no armed robbery, cause all of my niggas dope dealing. Lead a trap, put it in her back, right where she can feel it. She know I'm her favorite drug.